RugbyHub viewers, welcome back. If you guys missed it, we are now on Spotify. We're going to be chatting the Six Nations, and there's a lot actually happening this year, right, Gabsy? It's the 2025 rugby season, and we have the Lions tour, so everything is happening all at once. Gabsy, it's good to be back in Fox Studios. How are you doing?
Fox Studios, back with Stacy, with the stats, back with rugby 2025. Excited, Gary, very excited. Six Nations, round one. Let's go.
Yeah, and talking about round one, I guess we have some exciting games. To be honest, the one that you should definitely have in your calendar is the England
Scotland,
Ireland game
Italy.
at.
What?
Okay, well, I was gonna say Wales France. Nevertheless,
Okay.
Gabsy, there are some new law changes, which is going to be very interesting, and it's also going to be played out now this Six Nations. So hopefully there won't be any controversial topics after the games. But let's get into the first one. And is there a better place to start off the Six Nations campaign than in Paris? We saw what a spectacle it was last year with New Zealand and France playing in Stade de France. This time it's the French against Wales. What do we expect from this game? Any top stories around these two
Wow,
teams?
wow, wow. Yeah, massive game, obviously. I guess it's okay to say that we can agree it's not the best team France could have selected on paper, but still a very strong team. And yeah, I guess, in my opinion, Warren Gatland said in his pre-match or one of his pre-match interviews, all the pressure should be on France because they should play entertaining rugby. The fans have paid to see entertaining rugby. However, I would like to disagree that all the pressure should be on Mr. Gatlin. I mean, what's it now? 12 games on the
They
trot.
lost all their
All,
games in
I think it's 12
2024.
games in a row now. It will be
Yeah,
yet again record-breaking 13
mm,
games in a row. Should they not be able to cause an upset in Paris, which will not be easy. But
not
I mean,
likely.
new year, new me. Let's see what happens. They've brought
Yeah.
a couple of older players back, Guri. I don't know what you make of that, the likes of Williams, Adams, Jenkins, a couple of big names back in actually the starting lineup.
Yeah, well, so is Toby Faletau, but he's not playing this weekend. If we do look at that, the Welsh side, right? Definitely, I mean they need a desperate win, and they did get some new coaches in, which could make a big difference. And they've also not selected Rio Dyer and Cam Winner to played actually a lot of their 2024 season. They got their
Yeah.
two flyers with two caps in between them, and one of those is now starting. That is
Ben Thomas.
Ben Thomas. Yeah, exactly. And for the rest, it's nice to see Josh Adams back, Jack Morgan. I mean, this guy plays with everything that he has, with Dafford Jenkins coming back.
Yeah.
So it's a big ask for them to go out and perform against the French. So I
Yeah.
don't see them pulling this one through. Unfortunately, the wooden spoon holders won't get it done in Paris. I don't know if you
So
agree.
score prediction for you in that one
Unfortunately, I think France can win this one with an ugly 35 plus over the Welsh.
will be a wet evening in Paris, but I also think it will still get nasty. I mean, with the likes of, Ramos still in that team, Ntamak back with the bar. It's going to be a really entertaining game.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm
they are
also going to
scary.
go, yeah, I'm going to go with you, but I'm going to say plus 20. So, yeah, let's leave it there, Guri. Let's transition to what I would like to say will be the game of the weekend. It's going to be a lovely grey afternoon in Edinburgh at Murrayfield, my favorite ground in the world, where I've had the chance to hug Siya Kolisi last year. Obviously, invited me onto the pitch that day. But yeah, honestly, it's going to be an entertaining game. Last year, Scotland obviously came short in Rome. I think they definitely would like to yeah set history straight and get back to winning matters against Italy. However, Italy has had their number over the years, so I do think this is going to be yeah an entertaining game.
Yeah, indeed. I think Scotland selected a quite a strong team. I mean, they got Piers Kuman, Xander Fagerson packing down in the front row. And I think for the rest, it's Rory Dodge now takes over captaincy with Finn Russell, both of them being
Exactly.
co-captains. Jamie Ritchie is there, Matt Fagerson is there. So I think, it's an exciting prospect always when it comes to Scottish rugby. We always feel like they should be doing better than they actually are.
Yeah.
So let's see if they can do it. They got Duan van der Merwe and Darcy Graham, and the very much informed Blair Kinghorn, who plays his
Yeah.
rugby at Toulouse. So I think they've got all the weapons that they need, besides the fact that their captain and star center, Sione Tuipulotu, won't be joining the Six Nations due to injury. But for the rest, I
Yeah.
think this one is for Scotland to take at home against the Italians, who actually also have a great team, and they could really cause some
I
trouble
mean,
for.
that back line is nasty, you know. Paolo
Mm,
Garbisi with Ioane and Capuzzo on the wing. Capuzzo has been playing phenomenal rugby for Toulouse. And then you
yeah,
also got Tommaso Allen, who's by now quite experienced. Also, I mean, that center pairing is also just,
yeah,
every game
that
building
is
more
the
and more,
best.
yeah, more and more experience. So I do think they've got a very strong backline. Actually, I think they're up for the fight. So that's
Mm,
why I kind of hyped them up because also let's not forget the captain, Mr. Lamaro. He tackles the house down, man. That guy,
yeah.
he's not going to stand back.
Indeed not, Gabsy, indeed not. So I do think Scotland's going to win this one, but it's going to be a fun game to watch. So I'm going to say Scotland by 10 points.
Scotland by 10 points. All right.
Could be tighter.
Yeah, I'll go Scotland by 21. I think they're going to hammer them. I'm a
Yeesh.
Scottish boy. Even though I
Okay.
hype Italy so much, I don't think they're going to come up with the goods. Guri, yeah, last game for the weekend. I see you're very focused into your stats there, Stacey making you a coffee. Um, but last game for the weekend, a massive one. Obviously, Ireland hosting England at the Aviva, and let's not forget what has happened last year. So I think that's going to be definitely, obviously, the actual match of the weekend. In the last five games, they've met each other. England's only beaten them once, and it was last year. But the last time they've actually won at the Aviva was in 2019. So
And this last year it was with a last minute drop goal as well from Marcus Smith. This time also starting at 10. There was a crazy stat on Instagram showing that the last time that England went into a Six Nations without George Ford or Owen Farrell was in 2013 when they played against I think it was Italy. That's already it's more than, so that's
I
11,
would have
12
hoped they
years
won
ago.
that game, though. So, I mean, maybe that's a
Pretty
good stat.
sure Pretty
Um,
sure they did, but nevertheless, so they've got a great team. They've got a new captain as well. So, Jamie George, no longer captain. The captaincy has now been handed over to Murray Itoje. Jamie
no
George
longer
not
in the
even
squad.
in. No, it's not. It's not even in the team. So I don't know what's going on there. Steve Borthwick is trying to give an explanation, but I never quite understand what he's saying when he's saying it. I think he wants to play the whole. I got something up my sleeve, but he doesn't presented very well. So I'm not sure really what's going on there. But for the rest, yeah, you've got a very quick and exciting back row partnership with Tom and Ben Curry, the two brothers with Ben Earl. Very quick to the breakdown. Could be a sign of how they're going to target Ireland. And then obviously, king of the air at the moment in great form is Freddie Stewart, and
Yeah.
Alex Mitchell is back, so that's also great to have him. So,
The strong team on
yeah,
paper, that. And also a shout out
it
to
is
Caden Murley getting his first start after being in the camp for so many years. Excited to see
absolutely,
what he can do. On the other hand,
yeah.
Guri making the headlines at 10. I'm not going to try and pronounce his surname because my South African pronunciation will not be correct. But let's just call him Sam, Sam P. Um,
Sam Prendergast,
Okay, you do
yeah.
it for me. I mean, you're to be honest, to be fair, you're a half Flemish, so you bred it with these weird pronunciations. But yeah, so Sam P in at 10 obviously means Jack Crowley on the bench.
Yeah.
Quite a big choice or quite a big decision to make. I don't
I
know
mean,
what
they
you make
hype
of
up
that.
him, huh? They do hype him up, but with good reason. He's a great young player, and he could be. Well, in my opinion, he's probably going to be the breakthrough player. This Six
Interesting.
Nations.
All right, big call there.
They're putting a lot of trust in him, but he does the job very well for Leinster. So I think it's a good time now to put him against England. It's like put him in the
Yeah,
deep end, see how he flourishes around a pack that is tried and tested. It will get
yeah.
you the front foot momentum that you need. So no, I'm pretty much happy with him there.
I mean, he's
Quite,
surrounded, sorry, just to finish off there, but he's surrounded by the best in the world, like Jamie Gibson Park, Bundi
yeah.
Aki, James Lowe back off injury, he came off the bench or he
Mm.
played the other day for Leinster. Gary Ringrose, Mac Hansen, Hugo Keenan, that back line is crazy. I mean, I
Yeah,
would be very surprised if they
it's
actually,
basically the Leinster backline as well.
yeah,
It's basically the Leinster's team. And then the captain, fantastic. My favorite actually shout out to be Lions captain in this year's tour to Australia is Kalen Doris. I mean, this guy, in my opinion, is one of the best operators at the moment.
yeah,
And he's got a very strong forward pack around him. A lot of experience on the bench as well. So this one could go down to the wire, but I think Ireland is going to want to make a statement, and so is the coach as well. Easterby now without Andy Farrell as he looks to have his sights on the Lions tour.
yeah.
So who's going to put their hands up? Gabsy, it's a good
I
one.
mean,
How do you
honestly,
take this game?
Honestly, I think, like you said, Mr. Sam P, he needs to have a breakthrough game.
Sammy P.
Sammy P, that's going to be your nickname
Yeah,
for the tournament, by the way, mates. And thanks for tuning in and watching. But yeah, obviously, I think definitely
yeah,
going also with Connor Murray and Jack Crowley coming off the bench with some serious
yeah,
experience. Obviously, also having some chemistry from Munster. I do think that's going to be, important in the dying moments of the game, but I don't even know if there's going to be dying moments in this game. Might be that Ireland just really hammer England. I don't know. I don't see this
yeah.
England team taking that Ireland team too much. Yeah, too many
I don't think
experiments.
so. No,
So let's
the one
see.
thing, Gabs, sorry to interrupt you. One thing that we didn't talk about really was the French team, and actually my favorites to win this competition, even though they've got a tough a few fixtures this Six Nations with their away games. But yeah, I think the French will definitely be a force to be reckoned
Luckily,
with.
we have still another 4 or 5 weeks to chat about them. This week, obviously, not too much to say going up against the wooden spoon, and I don't think it's the best team, but we did give them a couple of shout outs. Gritty prediction, England, Ireland at the Aviva.
Ireland to win this one, I think quite comfortably. 12 to 15 points,
All
I
right.
believe. But we'll have to check that on Sunday when we go up on Spotify for 40 minutes plus discussing all the weekend's games. Tell me what your prediction is so that I
I
know
would I
what
would
to say on
imagine
Sunday.
I would imagine Ireland should take this one by 15 plus. Should be a comfortable win. I just
Phew,
don't think this.
not
I
giving
think
England
it.
much, are you?
I think it will be at the end of the game. They'll walk away. It will be maybe a close game for a decent bit, but then Ireland will see it home. Their
Yeah.
team is just too strong for me, and it's at home at the Viva. They've just been it's been a fortress for them, so they've been too good there. I don't think England can do it. Let's leave it there, guys. Please let us know what you make of these predictions, what you make of the first Six Nations preview. Check out the Spotify, as Goran said. We'll share the link on the episodes. We'll post it on YouTube. We'll post it on Instagram. And thank you guys for all the support. So good to be back. And Gori, so good to be back with you, my friend.
Cheers, Gabsy. Cheers, guys.